Headlines brought to you by AT&T, mobilizing your world, and by Precision Fitness Equipment. Shop where the pros do at precisionfitnessequipment.com. I am not one to judge beauty in women. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, you like the fat chick on the cover of SI,
I'm
right?
attracted to Ashley Graham.
Yes.
I'm attracted to Rachel Dolezal.
Yes.
I'm attracted to Monica Lewinsky. I have not yet, and we've been to Twin Peaks 3 times, I have yet to see somebody you would define, Dino, as a classic beauty. Working
Well, that's the beauty of it is
the potential attainability.
You don't always look at the face or the legs or
That's true.
The rear end.
That's true.
You're focused on 2 other things.
That's true.
That's the goal, which is kind of a coincidence that it's called Twin Peaks. Isn't that
It's so
fun?
odd. I don't know.
Funny how that works.
I don't know where they thought of that.
It's
I
a
like
cold
your boobs.
beer, whatever, good food, and great scenery is the sign outside.
The food is not
Oh,
great.
shut up.
It's
Mine was
awesome.
good.
A year ago, I saw this thing going up, and it went up, and then I had to come back down for some other stuff a few months later.
That was after we were here, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was going, and it went up in like a heartbeat.
Everything does here. It's crazy.
I guess it does.
Yeah.
Because they can work year round, and there's no snow.
That's
and all
true,
that.
right.
But beyond that, the very first, it's a grand opening, and the next day I look at it, and the parking lot is filled.
It's
And
insane.
Always filled.
Always.
They park on the grass.
Jeez.
I went by at
totally nuts.
11:30 on Sunday morning, packed. It's what they describe it as is a Hooters that's like on steroids. Is that what the term?
Hooters on steroids.
Bigger, louder,
Crazier.
And I asked the woman who told me this. I said, "Do they have the little orange shorts?" And she said, "Yeah, but they're shorter.
I think they are.
They're shorter. They're scantily clad waitresses, and there are only 2 job requirements to get that job."
Yes. And we
What are
know
those?
are.
Where they find those girls, I don't know, but they found a lot of them.
They did.
And the place is crazy. And that's the new hot spot around here. And lucky us, it's about 50 steps outside our hotel.
You can walk and crawl home.
Absolutely.
Before we get into the thing that disgusted me, this ties into it to some extent. We didn't. One thing about the trip down. So the flight was scheduled to leave at 11:30, right?
Yes.
You told everybody 11:30.
Wheels up at 11:30.
What time did you get there, Jerry?
11:10.
Right, I was there like 11:05. Right before him, we took some pictures. We met Alyssa. We met Miles. We met Nanette. We met Dave. We met everybody. Bobby was there.
I met Miles' mother, and I started telling her how awesome the plane is.
I think Jen was her name,
great.
yeah.
The food is so good. Bobby's so good. She looks at me and goes, "I'm not going." I'm sorry. My brother's going. His uncle,
Right.
Dave, and he went and had a good time.
So we get in the plane. We're waiting, getting ready to go. 11:20, 11:25. Somebody realizes it wasn't us. That Curtis wasn't there.
So they start asking us,
Right.
"Where is he?" And I'm calling, and
I don't care. I'm saying we're leaving at 11:30 without him.
Without.
Yes.
and it's literally 11:26, 11:27. Oh my God, he's going to miss the flight.
And it gets to 11:30, and Orr is ready to go. Orr is given the sign.
Yeah.
Everyone's ready. We had the same stewardesses before.
Yes, she's
Flight
good.
attendant.
Joanne, the stew. Yep. And she was ready to go. The pilot was ready to go, and Curtis comes bursting in, sweaty. He's got his winter jacket on. As usual, he's got stains. He's got his random cuts and blood all over the place. He's drooling. And we look at him and we say, what happened? And he said he took an Uber.
Let's ask him what happened, because I still don't quite get it.
I was dropped off at the wrong terminal by my Uber.
And he claims he ran a mile.
But wait a minute. You've been there before. Did you not look out of the car and say, "This isn't Retrix Aviation"?
I don't want to look at your feet either. You disgust me.
Let him answer that.
I'm done. Okay, yes.
Did you not look out and say, "This isn't the right place"?
By the time I walked in and left, the car had already gone, so I had to go take my own self with my huge suitcase all the way to the other Retrix Aviation. And they said that it was right down on the other side of the building. The other side of the building, it was like a quarter-mile walk. It wasn't right next to where I was. It was
Quarter of a mile?
What time did they?
It was a mile when you showed up. You said you ran a mile.
Yeah.
And you had
You honestly think I ran a mile?
And you sat down. You had your winter coat on the whole flight.
Why does that bother you?
Does it bother
We're heading
you?
to Florida. You don't bring a snorkel coat to
You don't wear it
Florida.
on the plane. Why would you do that?
Why does everything I do
I
bother
know
you?
I hate you.
But you're very conscientious. You're generally early, and I'm saying, oh my God, he's going to be
I knew he was going to be so scared.
running down the tarmac, or waddling down the tarmac as we take.
That's all I wanted to see. That my life would have been complete if the plane took off and I saw Curtis just looking and watching the
Waving.
plane take off. That's all I wanted. That was it.
He left
So
the
we go
show
to
early on Friday to get there on time, too.
So we go. Shut up. So we go to Twin Peaks on Saturday night. Lou is there. Bradford's there. Ian Brown from MLB is there. Butch Stearns is there. Adam Pellerin from Nesson is there. All the pervs.
Our
are
friend
there.
from Denver who was drunk
Yeah.
out of his mind.
The idiot from Denver.
His name was Brian, by
Was
the way.
there. Great. Good for Brian. And Curtis eats with us, has his dinner, and we're having some drinks after. Curtis gets the beer he doesn't want. Again, drooling, bleeding, sweating, making no sense. Has half a beer and leaves. He was so tired. I don't blame him for that. You were exhausted, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't bleeding. I wasn't drooling. I didn't.
So he goes back to the hotel, right? Half a beer left with Curtis's spit and DNA and grossness and blood all in it. This guy drinks Curtis's beer, puts Curtis into his body, basically enters Curtis.
That's awful.
That's the most disgusting thing
I
of
thought
all
you were going to
time.
say Brian picked up the beer.
He would have. I just poured it into my glass.
Oh, it's so gross.
This
That is
place
disgusting.
has.
You don't think he backwashes
Oh,
when he
this-
drinks?
oh,
He doesn't even
Oh,
drink it.
Jesus, shut up, Dino.
This place claims to have the coldest beer in the world, and they have a big neon sign that has the temperature of the beer. Some days it's 27, 29, 28, like that matters. It's just really cold beer.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's slamming them down left and right.
Yeah, I love this place.
That's an issue if you
Even though
drink a
you
Curtis.
two had your little chicken sandwiches with no pico sauce.
It's a good pretzel, I'll
and
say
you
that.
didn't finish them, and you were both like, I don't really like the chicken here.
Well, if you don't like a sandwich, are you supposed to finish it?
Yes.
Why?
Because it wasn't that bad.
How do you know?
Exaggerating.
No,
No, because I know
you
this
saw.
place.
No, it was not.
The food's good.
The food is not good.
I got to agree with him. He drank a little bit of it, right?
Oh, half of the.
Yeah, it wasn't like the beer was set
half
out
the
there.
glass.
And yeah.
I could see little spit going around it.
Oh.
And Jerry washes like the cup, like puts his hand in like, the shirt over the cup, like that makes any difference.
I was just kidding when I did that. I poured it in my glass.
Were
and
there
drank
any
it, and I'm-
curly little hairs in there?
Oh,
Do I
God.
look like it had a
You're acting
deleterious
you're a little
effect?
slower. Yeah, you're a little slower this morning.
What else you got for headlines?
Nothing.
Big night for the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, Dino. On Saturday night while we were hanging out at Twin Peaks, he wrapped up in South Carolina. No GOP candidate has ever won both New Hampshire and South Carolina and not won the nomination.
There you go.
It is going to happen Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. Trump is going to roll on Super Tuesday and essentially, I think, clinch the nomination in 8 days. This game is over.
Well, he can't get all 1283.
No,
correct?
but I mean,
He
he's
can't
going to be
get
so
all 12.
far ahead at that
Yeah.
point that every poll you see now, every state, he's ahead.
We only have one chance for sanity, and that's with either Rubio or Cruz pulling out and throwing his support by the other one.
That's not gonna
the
happen.
other one, and it won't happen. But if it did, he would lose.
Right, but that's
Have you seen the polls when it said 1-on-1, Rubio versus Trump or
Right.
Cruz versus Trump? He gets trounced by both or either of those guys. So unfortunately for the country, and fortunately for Trump, they have split the sanity vote, and he has come out ahead. He wins. We said that last week with Pope.
It's called the Midnight Cowboy Effect.
Everything that can go right for Trump goes right for Trump.
Would you think he is more dangerously entertaining or entertainingly dangerous as the president of the United States? And I'll tell you what, before you answer that, there is a, I don't think he would make me uncomfortable as president, but I would enjoy the entertainment value. However, in terms of international affairs, of which he has no experience, I think the crazy factor helps him. Do you think if you're Mexico or somebody who's going to cross the United States, cross the United States, do something bad to the United States, and I know this doesn't apply to ISIS, but other countries who are pooping on us and spitting in our face, that they're going to do that knowing that Trump, when he responds, won't respond in some small way.
Maybe not,
He'll
yeah.
do something big and splashy.
Well, it helped Reagan. I mean, there's no doubt. He's going to get the best people to do it. That's
Right.
what he does. He's going to get
Carl
the best people.
Icahn.
Carl Icahn.
Yep.
Carl Icahn's going to be everything.
96 years
Secretary
old.
of everything.
But,
Secretary of everything. That's where it's scary. Domestically, I'm not worried. Obviously, he has to deal with Congress and the Senate, and he doesn't seem to care that much about domestic stuff. You know, he wants to kick ass and take names.
I get a little worried when he gets flustered, because when he gets flustered, he gets kind of dumb. I'm a little concerned about that.
Yeah, I don't think he's as smart as he thinks he
But
is.
the one guy who could really fluster him for some reason is out of the race
Bush
now.
is
You
gone.
think that Sandoval was a waste of money. Some people estimate that over $200 million was spent on the Jeb ! Presidential campaign, and now we finally get a chance to say goodbye to Jeb Bush.
Yeah, and I give him credit. He bowed out gracefully. He bowed it out, in time. Why are Carson and Kasich still in the race?
I don't know. Kasich said the other night it's down to the final four. I'm thinking, you have to leave. Get out now. It's over.
Well, Carson's still in.
Right. He's campaigning pretty lightly now, they're saying.
Yeah. Trump's going to have to pick a VP. I assume it'll be Carl Icahn, right?
Could it be Kasich? I could see that. He's an Ohio guy. That's a big state.
I don't know. He can't.
Well, he
do
did
that.
tell us. Trump did tell us that there are people that he's running against that he's considering.
Yeah, I mean, I assume he can't have Cruz. He's savaged Cruz.
Yeah,
right.
Can't have Carson. He called him insane.
Can't have Rubio.
He could have Rubio, I guess, but they
Immigration? He's going to have Rubio as his VP?
Yeah,
Okay, so it could be
balance
that.
the ticket.
Mitt Romney. That could be his VP.
Mitt Romney's going to endorse Rubio.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true.
Mitt would be a good running mate. He's sane. He's smart. He should be president right now.
And could be if Trump is.
And he's strong on immigration like Trump, and
Right.
we'll get the wall built.
Yeah.
And Mexico will pay for it.
That's headlines brought to you by AT&T Mobilizing Your World and by Precision Fitness Equipment. So you do agree with me that is disgusting.
That is disgusting.
That is troubling. I'm
Yeah.
worried about you
Yeah.
when I see something
Yeah,
like that.
you think I'm
For the second year in a row, I come down here and think I might need to have a talk with somebody about their drinking habits. What he did, drinking Curtis is worse than anything you did last year. And that's saying a hell of a lot.
See, I think
I think it corroborates you. If Curtis had the drink there, he would have said, no, I'm not drinking that.
Oh, absolutely
Yes.
not.
At some point you have to
Even
say
in
no.
my
Correct.
altered state.
Correct.
I would have known that.
I didn't want the beer to go to waste. You want
There's
that,
more
it was
beer there.
brand new, cold, frosty, 29-degree beer. See, I think this would be a good place, to, if you were going to do what Nicolas Cage did and leaving Las
No,
Vegas.
no
Yeah.
question.
This is close to Las Vegas. There is a bar every 10 steps.
unbelievable.
And I'm looking at the center field. Free 23-inch beer after the game at Shaw's.
I don't
Like
think
a
it's 23
supermarket.
23-inch beer.
What does it say?
Probably ounces.
23 ounce.
Oh, right, 23-ounce beer.
That'd be a big
whatever.
beer.
beer.
You could try it.
23-ounce beer.
Right.
You go to a grocery store after the
When
game.
you
they
drive-
give you a free beer.
When you drive down here in the morning, there's on the left, once you get past the airport, they built another massive sports bar. They built another sports bar at the
In
mall.
the mall. Big.
Huge.
Hey, are all these
And-
people
and-
at Twin Peaks staying at where you guys are staying, or they come from
I don't
far and
know.
wide?
I don't know
God,
where.
no.
I
There's
don't know
a
where
million
everybody's coming
people.
from around
No, they're
here.
local. They're
No,
rednecks.
I mean the Boston media people. Are they in the hotel?
No,
No,
they're just
people
they're,
are driving
they're
it
just
from
chasing,
miles
they're-
around.
They're chasing the bosoms.
Yeah.
I just want to see the peaks.
Right.
But we went to the driving range yesterday, too, and had the bucket of beer and a bucket of balls. You can't go to the driving range without gunning down a few beers.
And I hope you had a bucket of balls and a bucket of Pepsi.
I had a Pepsi.
There
I
you
did.
go. We'll be right back.
What a life.